Nobody expected Elon Musk to walk into that McDonald's. The employees froze, customers turned their heads, and then something completely unexpected happened. One worker, just trying to be kind, made a split-second decision, a decision that cost him his job. But what happened next, nobody could have predicted. Stay with me, because this story will change the way you see Elon Musk forever. It was just another busy afternoon at a McDonald's in Los Angeles. The smell of fresh fries filled the air and the drive-thru line wrapped around the building. Employees rushed to keep up with orders, barely stopping to catch their breath. Among them was a young worker named Jake. He wasn't a manager, just another employee trying to make ends meet. But that day, his life was about to take an unexpected turn. At first, he didn't notice the man who walked in. Dressed casually in a plain t-shirt and jeans, he looked like any other customer. No bodyguards, no flashing cameras, just another person craving a burger. Then Jake did a double take. His heart skipped a beat. He recognized the face immediately. It was Elon Musk, the billionaire, the man who launched rockets into space and built electric cars. What was he doing here? Jake looked around. His coworkers hadn't noticed yet. Nobody had. For a moment he hesitated. Should he say something? Should he act normal? Then Elon stepped up to the counter. He smiled and placed a simple order: a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. Jake's hands felt sweaty. He rang up the order, but something inside him told him to do something different. Something he knew might get him in trouble. And that's when he made the decision. What Jake did next would cost him his job, but it would also change his life forever. Jake took a deep breath. He knew the rules. Every item had to be paid for. No exceptions. But come on. This was Elon Musk. The man was worth over $200 billion. What was a few dollars to him? Jake smiled and slid the tray across the counter. "It's on me," he said. Elon raised an eyebrow. "You sure?" Jake nodded. "Yeah, consider it a small thank you for everything you do." Elon chuckled. "Well, that's very kind of you." He reached into his pocket, probably to tip Jake, but Jake waved it off. "No need," he said. "Just happy to help." For a second, Elon just stood there, studying him. Then, with a small nod, he picked up his tray and walked to a table. He didn't make a big deal out of it. No cameras, no social media posts, just a quiet moment of kindness between two people. Jake felt good. It wasn't every day you got to do something nice for one of the richest men on earth. But what he didn't know was that someone was watching, and they were not happy. Jake barely had time to enjoy the moment before a sharp voice snapped him back to reality. "Jake, in my office. Now." His stomach dropped. He knew that tone. His manager, Mr. Reynolds, was a strict by-the-book kind of guy, and he did not tolerate rule-breaking. Jake followed him to the back office, his palms sweaty. As soon as the door closed, Mr. Reynolds turned to him, arms crossed. "Did you just give away free food?" Jake hesitated, but there was no point in lying. "Yeah, but it was just a burger and fries. I mean, come on. It's Elon Musk." Mr. Reynolds' face turned red. "I don't care if it was the Pope. We have rules, Jake. You don't give away free food, ever." Jake tried to explain. It was just a small gesture. He could buy the whole company if he wanted to. "But I thought." "I'm not interested in what you thought." Mr. Reynolds cut him off. He grabbed a clipboard from his desk. "Company policy is clear. Theft of product results in immediate termination." Jake's heart pounded. "You're firing me? Over a cheeseburger?" Mr. Reynolds didn't even blink. "Turn in your uniform. You're done here." Just like that, it was over. Jake walked out of the office in a daze. 1 minute, he had a job. The next, he was unemployed. All because he tried to do something nice. As he grabbed his things and left the restaurant, he couldn't shake one thought from his mind. Did I just ruin my life over a $2 meal? But what Jake didn't know was that someone else had been watching, and this story was far from over. Jake walked home that evening, his mind racing. His parents were already struggling to pay bills, and now he had no income to help. He kept replaying the moment in his head. Was it really that big of a deal? The next morning, he woke up to his phone buzzing like crazy. At first he ignored it, But then he saw the notifications, dozens of them, texts, missed calls, even social media tags. And then his best friend sent him a message that made his heart stop. Dude, check Twitter. Now. Jake's hands shook as he opened the app. And there it was. Elon Musk had tweeted about him. It wasn't just any tweet. It had over 500,000 likes, and was spreading fast. Fired for giving me a burger? That's ridiculous. Someone get me this guy's info. Jake's mouth went dry. The most powerful man in tech was standing up for him. And then his phone rang. An unknown number. He hesitated, then answered. Hello? A calm, familiar voice spoke on the other end. Hey Jake, it's Elon. Jake nearly dropped the phone. Jake's mind went blank. He had never expected this. Elon, he stammered. Is this really you? Elon chuckled. Yeah, man, I heard what happened at McDonald's. Firing you over a burger? That's just dumb. Jake let out a nervous laugh. Yeah, tell me about it. Elon's tone turned serious. Listen, I don't like seeing good people get punished for doing something kind, so I've got an offer for you. Jake's heart pounded. An offer? You ever thought about working at one of my companies? Jake's jaw dropped. Wait. What? I'm serious, Elon continued. You've got the kind of attitude I like. You saw an opportunity to help someone, and you took it. That's the kind of thinking we need. Jake couldn't believe what he was hearing. Yesterday, he was making minimum wage at McDonald's. Now, Elon Musk was offering him a job. Elon paused. Of course, I won't just throw you into something random. Tell me, what are you interested in? Jake barely had time to think. I've always been into technology. I don't have a degree or anything, but I love learning about AI and engineering. Elon didn't miss a beat. Perfect. How about a position at Tesla? Entry level, but with room to grow. And trust me, it pays a lot better than flipping burgers. Jake almost felt dizzy. This had to be a dream. You're serious? Elon laughed. I don't joke about opportunity. You in? Jake didn't even have to think. Yes, 1,000 times yes. And just like that, his life changed forever. But the story wasn't over yet. Because what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. The next morning, McDonald's corporate offices were in full panic mode. The story had exploded online. News outlets were running headlines like McDonald's fires employee bidding.
Elon Musk free food.
Elon responds. Elon Musk hires fired McDonald's worker, calls termination dumb.
Hebub.
The backlash was immediate and brutal. People were furious. Thousands of comments poured in across social media, calling for boycotts. Imagine firing someone over a burger. Disgusting. McDonald's made a $200 billion enemy today.
Elon Musk just did more for this kid's future than McDonald's ever would.
McDonald's PR team scrambled to do damage control. They issued a public statement, claiming they were investigating the incident, but the damage was already done. And then, Jake's old manager, Mr. Reynolds, got a phone call he never expected. It was from corporate, and they were furious. Mr. Reynolds sat stiffly in his office, listening as a McDonald's executive ripped into him.
You fired someone over a burger?
The voice on the other end snapped. Do you have any idea what you've done? This is a PR disaster. Mr. Reynolds tried to explain.
I was just following company policy.
Forget the policy. We need to fix this now. Minutes later, Jake's phone rang. It was his old manager. He hesitated before answering.
Hello?
Mr. Reynolds cleared his throat. Jake, we've reconsidered your termination. If you'd like to return, we'd be happy to give you your job back. Jake couldn't help but laugh. Oh really? After all that? We may have overreacted. Mr. Reynolds admitted. We'd even be willing to give you a raise. Jake smirked. Appreciate the offer, but I think I'll pass. Mr. Reynolds frowned. Pass? Yeah, Jake said, grinning. I just got hired at Tesla. Silence. Then, in the calmest voice possible, Jake said, have a nice day, sir. And he hung up. That was a year ago. Today, Jake works at Tesla's AI division, learning from some of the smartest engineers in the world. His story became an internet legend, One small act of kindness that turned his life upside down in the best way possible. And as for Elon Musk, well, a few months later, he tweeted something that made the internet laugh all over again. Still haven't gotten my McDonald's order. Might have to buy the company. The tweet went viral. Again, and Jake? He just smiled. Because one free burger had changed his life forever. What do you think? Did McDonald's overreact? Would you have given Elon Musk free food? Let us know in the comments. And if you loved this story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.